Hello and welcome. Right, we have finally got the harvest to do, which caught me a little bit on the hop. I've got to be totally truthful, but it's here. So we're going to get cracking and do what we did last year. And this time, you may think, oh, he's forgotten. Why did he forget the? Well, I forgot for a reason. I did. It was for one of those finishes that are spectacular. So it isn't that we've forgotten. I'm going to do most of this, probably all of it myself. But I think we're going to sneak. I don't think there's enough of a headland for me to do the outer edge, get only 30 grand, and get to the production shed. So I'm sort of going to do what we did that first year, which is just sort of go down here manually and go straight to the production shed, so that I've got enough room not to ruin any of the field, to cut myself like a headland manually. So yeah, let's get this done and let's get cracking. Yeah, and earn some cash properly. Yeah, I was saying yesterday, really, I do put the that down on a start from scratch, really to equalise the deficiency between the two games. FS19, the price of equipment was less, especially I used to use the second-hand equipment a little bit like the sales every single time to stretch even the 500 grand further. FS22 equipment is dearer and you get less, so it's weird how Giants didn't give you more. They took some away and made it into a loan, which sort of I tried at the very beginning, tried it a few times, got me into more of a mess than a little. So therefore something like the law is done to equalise, really, and to give you that little bit of cash that you might have had normally on a start from scratch start. I don't necessarily need it. I can manage without it, but it makes things tight. So like anybody, you just want to make it a bit more bearable. So it probably will and is normally that I do get rid of it in time. Not always, it all depends, but yeah, we will do get rid of that soon so that it is gone. We don't, it was just a little bit of an assist to help us, to give us a bit of an income, and I specifically on this one did it on purpose for a reason. So yeah, that's why we haven't cashed in our chips from the first year when we actually did it, why we've only bought that. Yeah, I also do realise I could have had the module, the water module on that, but I didn't want to keep. I've said this, I love trailers like the one we've got, but when you swap and change all the time, it is either a water thing or it's a flat. Well, it's more useful to us as a flatbed. So yeah, it's staying as a flatbed. Hence, we've got the Omatana. Right, that's that explanation. Let's get cracking. Yeah. So all that remains to be said is, I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, obviously, we never intended not to weeds. I can't remember the first year. I think there were weeds. So I've got to put this down to probably the header is as we've done far less this year than we did last year. We did about three, at least three and a little bit. We did two and a little bit. So I know with weeds you lose a lot, but we already had weeds last year too. We didn't do any spraying then either. We literally had, in fact, we did fertilizing and liming this year. We didn't do that last year. We took over the field, so it really is quite severe, the difference. I think it's the header. I don't think it likes this header. It might be not a bad thing to test by leasing this header, doing exactly the same next year just as a bit of a test. What we could do is a sort of, obviously it caught me on the hop. I was expecting October, November, which is the normal sort of time for you to do forage, and obviously because we planted the field so quickly, it really did catch me out on the hop. So then we will have a look. Yeah, I've done this for effect because we've not actually sold anything or done anything other than having a generator through the entire Let's Play so far. So what I'm thinking is we're going to go through now. Now I was hoping we were going to do far better than that. It's a good job we did fairly well that first year, because we have got, if you look in this, we should have, it's not showing the chaff. Oh, it is. That, huh? Oh, it must have been an outgo. Yeah, so the chaff is, we've got 158,572 now. Most of that, 2/3 of that were from last year. So we didn't do so well this year as I was hoping we did. Nevertheless, we've got enough water to cover that. We're going to make 75 tons of fertilizer that is going to sell and really do us quite well on normal economy. So yeah, it's just, I wanted it to be a big bang for this. Of course, we're not doing anything with the silage. We haven't got anything others. This is what I was saying. This is my personal favourite start now, because you used to always need something like the BGA to actually make this work. I've also been having a bit of an idea. I was like thinking, do I let the cat out of the bag, or do I keep that card close to my chest? I'm not very good at that, and I've never really tried to, because I always consider you my fellow shareholders. But this, yeah, I've got an idea that I'm going to go for, but not just yet. So there's a bit of a surprise, quite a big one actually, that's coming up on the map. There is, that I'm going to do, sort of thing. Yeah, right. But what I'd like to do for now is actually get us through the winter, and yeah, we obviously, I'm keeping the, yeah, I'm happy with the what we've actually got for now. Are we going to turn this straight around? We haven't really got a seeder. No, I was just hoping that we'd go through this winter, and then I'm hoping to buy other fields. It's my real master plan. So I'm going to keep that generator through the winter, and then it's gone come next March, April. Yeah, that is the last of it, and then we are on our own 2 feet. I was just really wanting to assist us with the buying of equipment and equalise what it would have happened in FS19. That's the only reason I really go for the Lords, and normally I'd go for probably the Omatana sheds. I think they're about perfect. They're good, but they're not so good that you definitely get like 20 to 30 grand every single day. It does up and down. It could go 10 grand. So it's a sizable amount of income, but it doesn't always. If you get 30 grand every month, it doesn't take you long. 3 months and you've got quite a good piece of equipment in the second-hand equipment sort that you get coming through. So yes. Right, so then let us go through till October morning. We're going to go straight through the winter, and it is going to be 9 o'clock. Oh, I've done that thing again. Oh, it means I'm going to have to run, doesn't it? Yeah, it's what? No, I've run now. Yeah, it's true. You don't always have to run, but you do most of the time. Let's take it till 10 o'clock, or it'll just moan and say you can't do it. Right, now let's sleep through to 9 o'clock tomorrow and see what happens. What are we going to get from 88,000 up to what? Obviously this is only the fertiliser business, only. Ooh, very nice. And we haven't sent our things back, have we? Do we purchase that? No. Now then, I did notice the Vermeer. I haven't had this for a while. Round bales. It is expensive for a round baler. Yeah, it is. I could get a 12 grand square baler, which is my usual one of choice. So I would imagine we've done most of our... Yeah, we've got the silages completely done. And yeah, there's no chaff left. Well, there is a little tiny bit, so there's going to be... But what is how much is left in the production shed? It can manage about what it actually did. Yeah, so there's only going to be a very, very slight bang this coming month, and that is it. So basically, that was about 200k from that amount of fertiliser, 75 odd tonnes. That is how good the fertiliser business is, and I do realise this. It is, which is obviously why I would choose to do this on this thing. But you've got to also think that's the culmination of 2 years' income. So although it's a massive bang, we didn't do that in one session. That was the culmination of 2 years' harvest. So really, in the grand scheme of things, although people say, oh, it's like, yeah, it would be alright if we'd done the BGA. The silage on top would have really seriously made us. But I just wanted to show it's one of those businesses that you can do straight away as long as you do either grass or chaff, and it makes a good amount of money, but not so good that people... I think what does annoy a lot of people is that I harness that quite a lot, and it is a good starting business. But then I always used to do the BGA before, always, because it was one of the few businesses that you actually could, and I couldn't afford the normal proper BGA, so therefore I hit on the disturbed simulations. I had that on almost every Let's Play because it's one of those starting businesses that's really good. So the fact that I now use this, it's much, much easier for any farm to afford this kind of business, and also takes up very little space. If you start from scratch like myself, where, yeah, I think I'm floating a bit on that corner is a little tiny bit floaty. Let's just fix it. Yeah, man, I do love the production shed. I don't make any bones about it. Even if you were going to, like, limit what you did and you only did... let's just... Sorry. Intense concentration. Yeah, a little bit of that front edge. Say that's going to be better. Yeah, that looks more like it. It was floaty a little. I could see underneath that front. That's about... perfect. You can't go too mad though, or you can't. It won't do the water thing. So, right. Well, I know we don't really need it now, but yeah. So I'm hoping, obviously, now that we're carving out a new niche going forward. So yeah, although the Vermeer is good in a way, we're going to say no, thank you very much. We have only got this. It's the only thing that is our income now is down to the Lords, and this is the last back end that we are allowed that. So we've done quite well with our equipment. I mean, the roller, I'm ecstatic about that. It's quite amazing. Right, so let's go through the winter, and you will see this is the very last little bang now that we're going to get. So we are going to I'm hoping we're going to get some things in the sale. It's been a bit of a weird... Yeah, you normally see harvesters, things like that. You normally see seeders. We've seen nothing at all like that. Oh, that was... No, it was mainly the... I think we've earned about 10-15 grand from the silage digestate. Chaff. Now that's weird. I've said this. This seems not to be necessarily processing over the night thing. That was at 2... I noticed it on Calms, and I thought it was the map. Looks like it's a mechanics thing. it's churning along nicely, but if you do a sleep straight away, we've got 2668. Yeah, we can't just rush through that. We do need to look. Now then, that is an absolutely amazing price. Is it one we can afford to say no to? No, it's not really. But we do need a big harvester if we're going to go for that. Yes. Right, so then let's go through and see if how much we've got left. We had 27 odd, and obviously it's ticking quite nicely and powerfully in the background. But when you do that, when it's supposed to do quite a bit overnight, how well did it actually do it? Because to me, that's not going down properly. It's supposed to do hundreds of tons. Yeah, I'm right. It's not doing it. Yeah, whatever Giants have done with that last thing, this is no longer doing its 240 times 1,000. Should do 240 tons of chaff. It's not done any with the normal multiplication. So yeah, it's really, really strange. We're only really getting the lorts that's coming through. Oh, and I do believe I can see some trees growing, which means the rest of it. I'm unsure about that. I don't know that I've done right, because they do take up quite a bit of room. And I thought, yeah, but if I do it too far this way, yeah, you're going to see. I think this is going to be a mistake. Look how narrow that is. I know you can push against it, but it's looking a bit. So I think we're going to chop them down and leave it open and maybe put a fence. But if we're going to do this, we're going to do proper tree husbandry. Well, as in, like, we're going to chop them down. So we're going to let them go full size before we do that. Yeah, I did think I had this misgiving, and I thought, oh, I'm not sure about that. And I stand by that. So then, 3 metres cultivator. The Mack Trucker one. 82,000. So it's normally, well, we know these ones are like really. Yeah, this one that can do size additive, but do we want that? As in, like, are we spending that? No, I don't think we are. No, definitely not. Not had the Antonio Carrera for a long while. I love this little thing. This is, I know mine was the cabless one. It's 40 odd grand, but to be honest, we've already got that type, and I'm wanting to whiz through. If there's anything decent, which so far, well, we're getting tractors come through though now. We didn't have any, if you remember, to begin with, but now I'm quite pleased with the Leeds tractor on this, and our second little tractor, which I'd like to upgrade. But we have far more important things to do than we could manage with the team we've got. You've sometimes got to sacrifice a little bit. Yeah, so we can see, oh, he says as the Sintrack drops. Now, we haven't got, that is a good deal for a 35 tonner. So, yeah, 19 grand. It's an Omatana. Don't get me wrong, could buy an Omatana for that, but I like to be guided by the sales. Is that a push? It's one of the few pushes. Yeah, it is. I like pushes. For that alone, it's definitely worth us going for that. So, yes, we are going to get that. Yes, definitely. Oh, but I think we're going to go for the cover. Oh, my life, it's a little bit. It is. Just ignore it. Turn away. No, we don't need anything like the Fanettes because we are. I would like that, but I've got to be honest. As much as I love the Sintrack, and I really do, and it's the Pro Edition, I don't think we can afford that. We've got a fairly meaty tractor. We've got fields and stuff to buy, so this is more about us. Yeah, I thought they'd be like done the next sort of session. So yeah, we have grown quite quickly. I can't remember. That's hidden objects. That's not tree growth manager. What is it? I'm sure it actually tells you on here. Tree growth manager. It did. Tree growth. It's Alt +1. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna muck around with the spruce a little bit because we now need. Yeah, I have made a terrible mistake. 547, 518. Yeah, we want them to grow max, and then we're gonna grab the tree devourer. And yeah, I'm gonna. It's just a mistake for the road, and I did realise that when I'd done it. I thought, have you really done that right? Right, okay. So they're growing quite a lot quicker now. to go to full growth, where they go quite large and chunky, and then we're going to chop them down. Yeah, I didn't do it for that, but once I'd done it, I thought, I'm not sure that's going to work, because you've got to go down that track. And I started to pull them out a bit, but I thought, your boughs, it's going to look, yeah, it really needs to be like a hedge or a fence that's not going to take up too much room. I didn't want to, it's now intruded right into the middle of this, and it's going to look really odd when we come down with traffic, with any kind of hang on a minute, that was Alt. That was, why have we got, I must have pressed, oh, I did press Alt actually, yeah, thinking about it, yeah, with the Alt +1. Right, so 338169, yeah, and as I say, we will miss both of those, and we'll go through till February morning. So there were tractors coming through, still no harvester at all, but we have got a header now and a trailer to carry it on if we so desire. So yes, I do prefer to have the ones with a, yeah, if I was going to choose, I would want one with a foldable header, but do you know, I'm not being funny, but I'm quite happy with that small header, and that's still there. Right, so it is now February, so we're growing. Not yet, they're not growing thick, there's still little spindly things, so yeah, I would still 100 and something hours, I think that's about 4 months, so let's go through till March morning, and we are then, well, I think it's April, isn't it, for the corn, we know, because we've done it now. I mean, obviously, we've got a forage harvester, so we've been harvesting forage, so we're not worried, but obviously we don't want to stay doing this forever. I would like this to feel slightly different than it actually does now. Now, navigate, I say this about, yes, we haven't got a spray yet, have we? No, we haven't. This is what we were short of last year. So this is a definite yes, we are buying that, and it has got narrow tyres automatically, so yes. Fantastic, that is good, I'm glad. Right, so then let's just check that I am right on my yes, corn is next month. We're going to do corn again, but this is the last month of the lot. Now they look like they've grown a little taller to me and a little bit thicker. Yeah, so I'm going to chip them, because this was never about that. That's the point though, now that they've gone tall, is that going to affect, it's going to darken this, which it naturally would, but is that going to truly, yeah, it is, isn't it? I've made a real mistake with doing what we have done. I thought I had. So we're going to chip those, that is an asset. I think, yeah, let's just check those statistics, because obviously, I mean, agroforestry is not a bad thing to do, but we never really, trees cut down to 27, we planted 50, which is almost my normal standard where you do 2 for 1. But we're now going to chop down 50 trees, which means we're going to need to plant 100. Not this very session, but yeah, I'm only chopping these down though, really, because it is such a terrible mistake I've made in what I've done. I think, let's just have a bit of a go down there before we, oh, still got hold of that. We did very well, Dragon Oath, and I wanted to show you. I thought they're all going to think I'm going to reset this lot. They are. That's what they're going to think. I thought, so let's just, go down here right now and show them that I'm going to do this properly. Yeah, it's. I mean, the actual track is as wide as it ever was. I didn't want to take away, but it really does look a bit. Yeah, it does. It's a bit. Not quite right, shall we say, and it is the main sort of way in, so I think I've made a bit of a terrible mistake on this, and I think we'll have to chop them down, but I do want to put them somewhere else. Yeah, I do, and I want to, I mean, these, obviously, really, all we've chopped down is 27 originally, so really, whatever way you look at it, we've actually doubled the amount of trees we've got. But I think we're going to chip these, which is actually going to bring us in an awful lot of cash. It was never about that. It really wasn't. It was about trying to make this. Why did that skip then? What did it hit? Yeah, it really was just about doing my normal thing of actually, but I did, when I was planting, I was thinking, I'm not sure this is going to work like you think it does. I think this is going to be, what I should have done. See, I like those as a forest, and they remain a forest for a while because the lower boughs stay low for quite a while, but the other ones, pines, now they have very spindly, and they would have worked in this particular instance as sort of like a almost like a fence in a way, you could say, for a while. But yeah, I'm not happy with that, so we will sort that out, and that is going to bring in quite a lot of cash. We're sort of going to have a bit of forestry, so we're going to go through till April morning, and then the Lord's is gone. It is so last month, and we're going to need to buy a planter as well. I was hoping that we'd get something come through, but we've got had almost sort of 2 years of this now, or a full 12 months, 15 odd months, and we've not had a single seeder or a planter. If we have, it's been a 3 metre, and but I don't think I've seen any. I can't recall not a single harvester, not a single seeder or a planter in all of the months that we've actually done this. Now they are growing quite formidable now. They are. Yeah, they are nice and thick. They're about full growth. So, right, 420 grand. Ooh, now that was a piece of good luck. Right, so then, let's get rid of the generator. Now, I don't mean I'm not going to have a generator, but I am going to... yeah, I don't want it to be any more about that. Yeah, that's... wow, just going to show how big those pines are in comparison to that little original tree. So, yes, I know we've cut that through as well, haven't we? Right, so... what is in the sales? This last... oh, no, I'm doing the wrong... it is the right one, you're just doing it. Now that, by STV Modding, is a bit of a beautiful bit of kit. It is. I've had this once before. It's not a very big horsepower requirement. And we're going to do the extension. We are. A special reason. Yeah. So we'll set up configuration green. Yeah, that's just for the top. We're going to buy that for 16,780 definitely. And oh, Heston baler. Actually, now the Heston, we're going to do that for a very special reason. I think. I know we're not baling enormously. In fact, yeah, there's a point. Why are we not getting... oh, we're chaffing. That's why we're not getting any straw. You're completely consuming every last little thing. But we aren't always going to do that, and I've not had that from the ARM team for a while. Holland. Let's go for Fen. I've always gone for the Massey. Every single time I've had the Heston baler, so let's go for the Fence. Yeah, flotation is nice actually. I never normally have those, so that's what we're going for. It's much, much dearer, 3 times what I'd normally pay, but the bale sizes are obviously a lot bigger. So we're going to say yes. But if we're going to do that, ooh, 900 Vario by Schnibble Modding, I think we will. Now, how much would it cost us to upgrade to the 50? It's 170, so it's not a monster. But I'm trying to... we've already got one powerful. I'd like to be faster, so yeah, it has... I'm not sure. Yeah, we're going to go for that. It's free. Wheel weights. All my life. It's a bit reverse driving. No, but we've got the option if we wished. Beacons, yes. GPS, no. Exhaust. Fender back. Schnibbled and half do a lot of absolutely fantastic. Maze grill. Oh, it's just a grill. It's still got front PTO. Right, smashing, I think. I haven't got, has it? Front PTO maze grill. Okay, yeah, we do want that. So it's costing 3,000 to have a proper PTO at the front and normal at the back. So I think for 43,631 for 170 horsepower, we will upgrade it in time to be its full self, but not right now. So we're going to buy that, yes. I think that'll round our tractors around. Now, if this were an American map, That is a bit of a beaut, isn't it? 43,000 for a... But the horsepower we could do it. It's a walking silo, and I suppose for that perspective, you actually could do it. But I think we'd have to have... We could have the shop deliver it. But the thing that interests me is that at 29,000, we're going to buy it just as is. It's just going to be exactly as it is. All my life, it has seen a bit of damage. Someone's not looked after it. But yeah, we're going to do it. It's a black bell as well. Which, although the paint is working so bad, someone has really not looked after it at all. But yeah, we're going to buy that for 29,060 because we haven't got a lorry. Yeah, fantastic. Are we going to go for that? We'll get the shop to deliver it. Even we're going to buy it down at the shop. We're going to ask them. I've never had that. It may be that we just park it up and it's a bit of a silo for 43 grand for 141 tonner. Or we might use it. We shall see though, because I've had that on Neverland and it was a monster, and that was an American map. It's just that it's a very good price for that. So I think we will. That might do something weird at the shop, I would say. Right, now we're getting down to the sort of money that we really need to keep. We need some fields. We do. So let's just like to see down at the shop to see if that has, yeah, what that's going to do. You're not on the right screen. What is it with me and my screens this particular session? Yeah, I think that's going to do. I don't know that shop will know what to do with that. Oh, it has. Oh, nearly through Clever Motors' window, but that's okay. So this is what we bought. We've got that walking bin, which is tremendous. A lorry, another tractor. I think that finishes the team. If I don't mean that we'll never buy another one at all. Beautiful. This sprayer, normal thing, and the header. No harvester yet. And we've also got that push-pull thing, which you can also use in a silo. So I think not badly, but now we need to do some... Right, we need some fields is the biggest thing that we need, and I'm trying to expand our area. Now with 168, it makes sense because we've like ripped into their field. I'm going to make... did think about this quite carefully. We're obviously facing the big fields, and these are sort of almost like free runners before they start to go to this big section. So yeah, we're gonna like maximize these ones here, so we could join them together and make a bit of a farmyard. We can't obviously afford all of them. Yeah, fields are... yeah, we've got equipment though, but we still need a seeder stroke planter, so we can't just like do what you'd like to do, because we do need... we're not sure this is going to fit in. I think it might like monas, so we could really do with shifting, making a bit of room for something, otherwise it's going to like say you can't buy it. So let's just grab the fent with the fent. Yeah, we're also going to need to repair this lot, and some of it is going to cost us. It is, right, so planter. Yeah, I think on this Let's Play, I'm not... being as we've not had any sort of choice on this, I'm going to go for... now this, I think, suits an English map. What I'm going to buy now... planter. It's a special, and it is, I think, the best value of anything we've got. I'm not, though, going to buy the roller. No, I'm just going to go for a standard planter, which... yeah, standard planter. When it says that, obviously, it's a little bit special. Do we go for a normal, like something different? Do we make it a fent? And make it into fent colours? Capacity standard. Hub colour. If we're going to do that, then we need to go fent red, I believe. So F isn't that far down. It says so. D. It isn't. Honestly, fent farm tech. Fent violet. Fent red. That's what we want for its wheels. Yes. Oh wow. Hub colour. Tanks, I think, would also go nice the same. And frame wants to be Fent green. Fent old green, Fent old green 1, Fent new green. I like the new green. Ooh, I don't know about the red tanks. They might look better white. We'll do the rim colour Fent red while we're on the fence sort of colours. But the tanks, I don't think they look right with the red. A touch of red, but not the... Yeah, I think the tanks we're going to put back to white. That's a very bright white, Mr. Smith. It's a little bit painful to the eyes. Let's try that again, shall we? Try chrome silver. Covers. I think the covers would probably look nice. Fent red, actually. That's more understated. It's what makes the Fent colours work well together. It's a touch of red and a bit of green. So we're going to go for that one. I've never had that. 72,700. It's going to literally take a lot of our cash. So we need, like, I would like to put a generator down, but we can at least seed and plant. Now I think we've still got some seeds left, which if we look at the time-saving stock check, we didn't plant. We didn't sort of use all of our seeds. Yeah, we've got 4 tons of seeds, 7 tons of lime. We've got the silage additive, as we know, a bit of solid fertilizer. Oh wow! Oh, I think we ought to stop our if that is in the. Let's switch that off because that's finished. We're wasting our money if we keep doing that. Solid fertilized digestate. We're gonna say no. We'll let that tick down. That could still, because it is still doing it, but it's the selling, restoring now. Yeah, we're gonna keep that little bit in there. We'll let that tick down. That last little bit. Let's just get this repaired. Now we're down to danger money. We've got to really coast on the stuff that we've already got. We've got 2 fields now instead of 1, but we're now reaching that crux where we're down to what I class as emergency money, 108 grand. We have also got the generator, a new generator to put down. Repair yes, and repair yes. That's what I'm saying. The repair costs, the initial repair costs, I think they do ignore any change you've made to like the things. It seems to always be much higher than my standard setting, so this little lot's going to cost a lot. We still need a harvester, but I don't think we need a trailer with that walkabout being he's a monster. But it was still very good value. It was less than a normal trailer. We haven't got anything for the lorry to do, so I think we're going to put a rear hitch on it. I can't remember if the Phoenix actually accepts the... I think it does. We're going to save it. No, yeah, we will save it anyway, because we haven't done that, and it wouldn't be the first time that I've lost an entire session due to that. So let's go and buy in the miscellaneous section one of the truck hitches. I think this accepts it. We're going to lease it just to make sure, though, because I'm not sure this actually works. I must have the metal fac again. I haven't had that for a while. It's a real cracker. Right, here we go. No, it's not that one. It's the next one. Always catches me out, that one. It's this one here. I think this works, but we're going to lease it first. I think the Phoenix just accepts it. I'm sure it does, but I'm not sure, so I'm fibbing, really. Yeah. Wow. It seemed to take a while. Well, it's 44%, so it's not really surprising that... will you or will you not? You will. I thought you would. Right, okay. I did. So let's change that from leasing. I do like this to purchase. Yes, absolutely yes. Right, smashing. So this can now look things around. I'm not sure about the 3-point thing. Hang on a minute. No, that is all what we've just done. It's got like a 2 kinds of hitches. It's not got a 3-point there. So, but I think it could probably tow that. We shall see if it can or not. We can. It's obviously can't put the PTO. Oh, it looks like it can actually. Well, so this might have more to this hitch than I thought, the universal hitch. Wow. That's going to be fun to shift that beast of a thing. It really is. I think we're going to take it down to our place, and it's going to be fun turning into the fields. In fact, I think I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to let the shop bring that to me. I am. I did say that, and I did know it was going to be a beast. It's more for in the fields as sort of like a, yeah. Now this we will take the normal trailer. Otherwise, we've not really got any use for the. We will bring the team down. We're going to do what we did last time. We're going to have a bit of a procession going on. We might actually buy the patina back for this as well. Yeah, it's brilliant. Everything, electrics, the lot it's got. Fantastic. I think we'll repair this likewise, rather, so that we can go the right way out of this place next session. But I am going to leave it there, even if that's a short session, because it's a set of things. Did that? It did. No, it's got to have bought the planter. I just got. Even I did see it. I did. I saw it. Yeah, out of the corner of my eye when we were doing that bit here. Yeah. So it's only seeds, as in, you know, like literally. There's no fertilizer section to that, and I'm glad I am. So we've got this. Now the other thing we do need. I haven't gone mad. Is we do need in the slurry tanks, we're gonna go for something that I've really come to love. I always knew I'd like it, but I really do love it. It is quite amazing, and it is very, very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. That is the Moeska Duo by Dyson Zagri and Nico. Yeah, I can't see the rest of his name, but I know it's the same Nico that does quite a few bits and bobs. This is a beautiful bit of kit. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is indeed, we're going to buy that too. And we're going to do a bit of that, I think. Oh, no, that's, yeah, that is 65 tons. Also, there is one. Now, I know that buying tankers, there's, I think it's in the miscellaneous. There's a multitude of tankers that I've got. Now, one of these, it's got an unload rate. I'm not saying these, like one of this set has a terrific unload rate and is perfect for a slurry tank. Its unload rate is terrific. Yeah, and that's what we really need. Yeah, I suppose the Omatana for overloading, it's the overloading function that I'm on about. One of them is tremendous. It could be the death packet. I'm not sure which one it is. But one of them is, I will need to do a bit of testing so that we can actually find this out, so we can actually make use. It could be the liquid storage by Missy B, which really does everything, meal, water, that whole shebang. But it's also would be perfect for the, and it's not terribly, it's different, but I'd like to do a bit of testing, maybe on camera, even of all of these, to see which one is good at overloading. These spice switches are not bad, but I don't think the overload rate is terribly good, and that's what we really want it for, really, in what we need to do. So we need that to be quick. Again, that's by Schultz modding, the same as with our tractor. Yeah, so that is what we've got. We really can do almost everything. We've got the roller, and I haven't got the roller on this, so we're going to have to roll. It's weird what just came into my head there. Yeah, there's one map maker that made a map, and it was on about rolling. I think they'd done something on the roll, and he said, there ain't no one got time for that. It's true, which is why I quite like having the roller section on this. But the trouble is, we've got that massive Dalbo. We want to get use out of it, so we're going to definitely do that. So, yeah, the walkabout bin is going to... Yeah, the other thing I'd like to do is lease a... yeah, that's not what I want. Is we need to chop those trees down. Now that walkabout bin may well come in handy for holding that, because that is going to be... Do we buy this? Because we're going to make the money back from... I think we will. Yeah, I do. And I'm going to change the colour because I always have it black. I think we're going to go for chrome. Lighter chrome though. Yes, that's quite nice. Real. We're going to go, yeah, we're going to buy that. Which is seriously going to make us a little bit poorly. But yeah, it's got 72,000 for wages and to see us through this entire year. But we have got like a shed or something to buy, and I probably will go for the Omatana one, but we need to chop those trees down first. So I think we're going to get the planter planting in now. We're going to rip the yeah, let's just go back to the actual farm. Well, if you can call 2 fields a farm, but I can. I've long since. So our new field is bigger. We're also going to need to lease a precision farming scanner. We are, which is about there. Oh, you did it right for once. Never get that right. Gonna lease this. Yes, 867. Might have been almost as cheap to actually buy the data. Let's go back down to that. And you are perfect. So we've now got a bigger team. We're going to get those down. I think I'm going to concentrate on that while the planter. But first of all, I'm going to like grab that and I'm going to chop this entire thing down, and we're going to make this into one. Did hope that we'd get more fields than this particular set. Ooh, you didn't think of that, did you? I should have. This is true, I didn't. So we've got potatoes. So does it matter so much about ripping that? Not completely, but we will do it. But so we are. I think in that case then, we're going to do what we've been doing all along. And what we said we were going to do, we're going to do one last set of, and this time we're actually going to do some spraying. We're also going to buy, before we're going, some salts to make our own herbicide, not for selling, but for use. And we're also going to buy a few stones to make the lime. Not that we don't really, it's strange, but obviously how good our limer is, to be honest. So road salt, we only need about 3. I used to buy way too much because it really does make this a tremendous amount of this, and we don't need an awful lot of stones, but they're not very expensive anyway, so we'll go 3 of those too. And we'll literally take the trailer down to there and grab that little lot with that procession of equipment. But we will get the walkabout bin dropped off, so we really will, but later. I don't think we've not got any room for that right now, so yeah, also need to level that a bit now, don't we? Now that it's gone, it was just yeah, just to sort of sort things out. So we are going to need to plant some more trees, though. I don't want to not have them. I want to put 50 odd trees back. So even though we're chopping these down, we actually did put those up. I'm not going to double it to 100. It was the original 27 trees, so we're going to get 50 odd trees. And again, we have got, what I might do is chop these ones down and replace them with like a lot of bigger trees. But we might go for, we might do a bit of agroforestry. Now we bought that, we might chip and make it into a bit of a business. Never ever have I done that, so we might well do that. I think it's a bit of a change. I do a bit of agroforestry. We might, from what we actually get from the chips in the back ends, in that case actually buy a field. Is there a forestry area? Well, we've actually got, that's why I love this section, because we've got that entire headland with that in, but we could. I'm interested in that. I am, because it's on our doorstep. In fact, should make this session a little bit more. But let's just go and have a look at that. We're actually facing it. Yeah, it would be as we're that close to it. To me, it just seems. Why would you not go and have a look at that farm in the distance? Let's give myself a bit of a, and then we really are, yeah. So, yeah, the bionic man who runs it a lot. Yeah, and these have got quite a few of the big fields right next to this. Yeah, they have. Are they grass fields? No, it's not. It's not. No, it's just a fields. Right, so this is the farm that is close to us. Let's have a look now. Some nice buildings here. didn't seem to be that expensive. Did we? No, I think there's obviously a similarity between them. And it's right on the edge of a forest, which this would suit I was just on about. If we're going to do a bit of agroforestry, we could actually, yeah, let's have a look. Well, we're going to earn quite a bit, that's what I was thinking. It's going to be 577,000. I don't think I've done anything on that scale for an awful long time. No, we can't buy that. It's no, yeah, so it is. It's a big scale. Not sure I wanted to go to that scale though. We could sort of buy the farmyard. I would imagine that's cows. Imagine. We could buy one of these smaller fields and just do it. I didn't want to do it on that scale where I'm like going back to my roots of where I'm decimating entire forests, because that looks rather a big forest. So we'll leave that alone. We will do a bit of agroforestry, but just not on that scale. Some nice. I do like this. So how much is that? I know we can't afford it now. It's just something to aim for. We're not that far off though. Yeah, I'm thinking if we can, instead of doing what I was going to do this away, we could actually come this away. I'd like to pull some of these fields together, and I've not looked at any bonuses. It's not what it's about. In fact, I didn't even look at that one. Oh, it's terrible. In fact, they both are really. Looking at that, they're nearly all silty clay. Any of these fields nice? Oh, isn't that typical? If I'd have bought next door, it would have been lovely. Oh. That's nice. Oh, it seems to be we're a little stone throw away from the ones with the good bonuses. I hadn't looked at that, I've got to be totally truthful. So it looks like this little lot, they get to be good bonuses. So yeah, we've got a bit of a bad bonus to start with. This is where we're aiming for. It is, I think, definitely. So that's in the future is my dream on this particular. Ooh, yeah, they are really. Right, so then we need to get planted next session, and we need to be grabbing that with the walkabout bin really as well. So we will grab that delivered by the shop, and the rest of our procession we might take a couple of tractors down to assist and grab everything down. And I'm hoping that that beautiful slightly bigger one is okay for that. I think it is, but we shall see. If not, we'll probably buy an Omatana in the back end. But we do need... Yeah, going to go for a generator, but one that's not... I was going to go for the shed, but if we're aiming for that, it seems a bit silly to have a shed when we know we're going to go down there. So if that is the case, what have I got that's mediocre on the generators? Really, I can't... Yeah, I mean, I often go for the Burnets, but his is... Yeah, these are very good value. Would it be that out of place to have a one single... Look, it's really bad on that far end though. It really slopes away terribly badly. And it's going to cost us a fortune. Yeah, I don't think there's much where it's as good as like the Lorts and that, which is why I have had some monstrous ones that I think are a little bit too sunny. Yeah, the one that I've still got in that I still think is a bit too is the by Eddie's Zach. That one is a monster. That's... Yeah, it's the... That's why I say that it goes up. The Lorts is fantastic. These holiday homes, they're good, but... And they're about on par with what they would be. We haven't got that kind of cash. And again, these are probably on par with what they would be, that kind of income. But and if you spent nearly $1 million on that, then I would imagine that would be... So really, it's... These are my middle ones that I would go for if I needed a sizable, and I would like that. So I think for now, and I don't think you can double up on these. I think they are what they are. So we're going to stick this right here on the edge of that field, where it's going to be the least. It's got to be on your land as well. So yeah, it has. We're going to take these trees down and bearing that in mind. So that it's going to be open plan once we've done that. So we're going to seriously miss our big generator now. We are on our own 2 feet. It's just going to give us a little bit of cash, and we're down to 61,990. But we have got a very good amount. But we are going to need a potato harvester. We could lease. We could. It's because that's going to bring in a lot of cash. We need to weed Let's have a look. Yeah, let's have just a quick look on the weeding front, because I would imagine 168 is growing. Probably might have been, yeah, it's got red stone, so I would imagine that means it was ploughed. Ooh. No, it doesn't need ploughing, so I think it was planted, but ours does, which I think we knew that, so we need to do that. In fact, it could have been that's knocked our bonus down enormously, because we all know the ploughing bonus is terrible. So hang on, did I? No, I did it with the yeah, it doesn't do the same thing. It might not have taken the needs ploughing off. That's what I was trying to look at. Weeds. Yeah, weeds are prolific, but they're no weeds on next door, so that must have been ploughed before the potatoes were planted. So all we need to do on that is scan it, lime it, and I can lime. Yeah, I can. It doesn't burn like I was told or I'd heard or all the rest of it, because I did a bit of real life checking on that. You can actually lime a field that has already got stuff in it. So we're going to lime it. We do need some narrows, and we're going to also fertilise it. So yeah, we have still got some fertiliser. I think it said 4 odd tons. So yeah, I'm sure we'll probably just about, by the skin of our teeth, just about, with that 500 litres of our own, managed to actually do this. So yeah, so corn in this field one last time, and potatoes in that one, and hopefully lease. I think we're going to cut this so that it's one big field, but we don't really need to worry about that right now. We'll just make that end so we can join the two fields, and we're going to take those trees down and those trees down, and that is our main source of income this year, is those trees. And then we're going to replant down the bottom. Hopefully, I think we should do it from the trees. I would imagine we've got enough to buy 176 for 124. So yeah, I think we can easily do that. And we're also going to have the yeah, we're not going to let weeds or ploughing stop this from doing, like, oh, pH value perfect. So we don't really need to do the liming. That's quite well. That's one bonus. It's one less job to do. So it needs ploughing, weeds large. So we'll get that done. And we've got the destoner. Well, it's other multivans which we can use for that, and it's beautiful bit of kit this is. So we will indeed do that. Mind you, all depends if the stones it throws up are medium and large. If they are, we will do the multivans. If they're small, we'll just use the roller. We will. So all that remains for this session is thank you very much for watching. Yes, watch this space. There is a bit of a surprise that I'm going to do. Really on this beautiful map by Cavalier Roy, who is a firm favourite of mine. I really don't like not to have a Cavalier Roy map on the go, really. So, and I do like this. I've sort of fallen in love with the design of the fields in the middle. Yeah, it reminds me of a favourite map of mine of Alien Gyms that seemed to have a few issues when I played it. But this is, yeah, quite nice, but very reminiscent of that, and I really do like it. And I love the fact we can join these fields together, which we will do in time, and we will expand. So we need to earn a lot of cash. We need to go big on this one to actually do that. So yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this beautiful map by Cavalier Roy, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.